All right, welcome back to the channel. Especially all you Shakur Stevenson haters out there who are ganging up on the man after his performance against Artem Hartunian. And now you've been joined by other experts in the boxing sphere who have all been telling Shakur Stevenson the same thing about Gervonta Davis. Let's talk about that and then try to bring some sanity to it in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be talking about the aftermath of Shakur Stevenson's fight against Artem Hartunian, and how there's almost a uniform reaction as it relates to who the best fighter in the 135-pound division is, and whether or not we are really, as boxing fans, gonna push heavily for Gervonta Davis to fight Shakur Stevenson. A couple experts, specifically Leon Muhammad, Greg Hackett, and some very influential posters, social media people had to say about about this matchup. Now, before I get into the details, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you are a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much for your continued support. It means a ton. Shout out Matty-O, Barbara D, Sean Denton. I hope that you're doing well, sir. But let's get into this. Barbara D, always good to speak with you. So, the Peanut Gallery has spoken. And I'm a proud member of the Peanut Gallery, which means, if you're not familiar with the old school reference, member of the Peanut Gallery is somebody that's just sitting out there in the stands whose opinion don't matter, but they're going to share with you. So Leon Muhammad gave his opinion about Shakur. And this is a guy that I do believe he's out of New Jersey. Long time, been around boxing for a very, very long time. Specifically, closely connected to Top Rank. From my understanding, also, work with, I do believe he worked with Don King as well. Said, man, basically the Shakur blew it. You have Greg Hackett. Shout out to Greg Hackett. If you're not familiar with Greg Hackett, man, I think he was somewhat critical of Shakur Stevenson and the fight, and then just a whole lot of savage reviews of the performance in social media. One particular person on my live stream commented and gave Shakur a new nickname called oh man, it was just too bad. I don't even want to repeat it on him, man. Something like shaboring sleeping son. So yeah, shaboring sleeping son. That was pretty vicious. But all in all, the gist is that because Shakur Stevenson could not finish off Artem and get a knockout against Artem, and got booed, apparently got booed in his own hometown in the middle of the 12th round, 12th round. There were people pouring out of the stadium trying to get to their cars, faster, or to get to the subway faster and beat the rush. So, just not a tremendous, it's not a tremendous look, but I think we should probably, in this instance, look, I still maintain Gervonta Davis really overshadows people in that 135-pound division, and is always like, you're trying to match his performances with the spectacular knockouts, tit for tat. That's going to be kind of tough, man. That guy Arterum was not trying to get up out of there. He knew Shakur Stevenson was going to try to knock him out. I'm not saying he ran. I think he actually fought, he's a good fighter, man. Arthur Hartunian, which is, another reason Shakur wasn't able to stop him. But to say that he's not ready for the fight against Gervonta Davis and, not to do the fight against him, I can't agree. I can't agree with that, because the champions need to fight the champions in that weight division. And Gervonta's a champion in that weight division. Shakur Stevenson's a champion in that weight division. And we need to see the fight, man. But no doubt about it, though, a lot of the things that people have said that I've heard on social media, and on my live stream, people came in and called on the live stream, and several people just, made the point that there was like very, technical things that could really cause a major problem for Shakur Stevenson in a fight with Gervonta Davis. A lot of people said, that he basically, allows too much contact, on the inside, and that could be something that when he's actually going to fight on the inside, and that's going to, really cause him problems with Gervonta for several technical reasons. And the fact that, he's relies so much on just going straight back, and his defense not being as diverse as you would originally, than you would necessarily think. The fact that he, predictably jumps out of the way of punches backwards, or he leans backwards, or he does not slip shots. He parries the shots. He may block the shot, right? But so there's there's not just the aesthetic criticisms of Shakur Stevenson. There's also the substantive criticisms of Shakur Stevenson as a fighter, man, that have really increased because of this Arterum thing, because of the last two fights. But I think this last fight was good. I thought he looked very, very solid. Now, I know that, there's very good reasons to think that Gervonta Davis will beat him. And I would favor Gervonta Davis if the fight gets made. I would favor Gervonta Davis to win the fight. But I mean, I think Shakur Stevenson is the best fighter that is out there to fight Gervonta. Maybe Vasily Lomachenko, but I mean, I still think this is just man. I think he's the best guy in the WBC. I think he's the best guy in the WBC. He's the champion in the WBC, and they should make that fight, man. But we'll see what happens with him and his promotional company. That you can't overlook the fact that, you really did have a lot of people pouring out of that fight, and the fight wasn't the most exciting. But, at the end of the day, we'll see what happens next. Thank you for checking out the video. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.